that looks scary.
All right, shalom, shalom. We want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kodash. When I ask that Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, give us the spirit to edify His holy elect, give us the words to speak to edify and to glorify His holy name. Baba Kashah. Hey, I'm my brother Gabar YAHAWADAH.
This is the brother Kahanallah.
Khan.
This is brother Arya Al YAHAWADAH.
Khan, and we the brothers from GMS Hawaii. This is our weekly lesson. You know, right now, me and the brother is out of town right now, but the brother Arya Al, he back at home base, and we got a special guest. He off camera, but he's sitting here. Elder Zakar from the main camp, man.
Shalom, shalom, shalom.
Khan. So if you hear somebody speaking that you don't see, hey, that's gonna be the elder. All right. So today's lesson is entitled "Jake Feeds into the Edomite Narrative." Okay. And what is the Edomite narrative? You know, that it's a plethora when it comes to the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, and Seminole Indian. You know, that narrative is that you're violent, hypersexed, okay, lazy, stubborn, ignorant. You know, everything that's negative. Black, Latino. Hey, we was watching the Aquaman movie, and everything that was black in the movie was negative. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a lot of Jake running around here talking about black excellence. You basically saying that's negative excellence, man. That don't even go together. That's an oxymoron. You know, negative excellence, man. You're just excellent at being negative. You know, and the scripture says, can one of you brothers get the scripture and share it? It says, for among my people are the wicked men.
Jeremiah 5:26.
Jeremiah 5:26. Whoever get it first, bring it up so I can share it. You see this picture right here. This is the picture of the female gremlin. And this is what the so-called Negro, Latino woman look like today, especially the nigga woman. This gremlin came from a 1980s movie called The Gremlins, right? I think it was Gremlins Part 2. And they had a female version of the male gremlins. I think the hierarchy was this one gremlin named Strife.
Yeah.
That nigga was a monster. He was a straight up beast. Yeah. And it's crazy because when you watch Gremlins, I might bring up the scene where they was in a club together. It's basically was niggas.
Yeah.
And it was like, you can't feed them at the dark. If you feed the gremlins, which just started off as this little furry white Gimzo, whatever that little nigga name was.
Gizmo.
The little nigga Gizmo. He was all cute and furry. And the Chinese called him a Magwai. That was the name in Chinese, was Magwai. Which, hey, Kahan, look up the word Magwai, man. Hey, you can get that scripture, Aria. What's the name of the scripture of Jeremiah 5?
Jeremiah 5:26.
Yeah, bring that out, brother. Go ahead and read it. You got to read it on your computer.
This is Prophet Jeremiah 5:26. For among my people are found wicked men.
Mm-hmm.
They lay wait as he that setteth snares. They set a trap. They catch men.
And niggas do that.
Mm-hmm.
You be walking through these hoods, these neighborhoods, these barrios, and there's Jakes that be robbing other Jakes, sneaking up on, running down on other Jake. What they call it, sliding on each other, waiting like a trap to catch men. Hey, what it say in the NLT, brother?
Salakia, what it say?
You got that definition, Khan? Magwai. Yeah, they're rats. A Magwai is a rat. Yeah. So these niggas come in the spirit of a rat, which that's really Amalek, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? While Amalek playing the role as the righteous, supposedly righteous, We know he's a gutter rat. Hey, you Jakes act just like these gutter rats, man. It's got gutter rat niggas running around here, overpopulating, populating in numbers, all right, vast numbers, and destroying shit. Hey, rats will chew through your damn wall, man. They can chew through concrete, man. They'll fuck everything up, man. Go ahead, brother. What it say?
Translation for Jeremiah 5:26 NLT. Among my people are wicked men who lie in wait for victims like a hunter hiding in a blind.
Who lie in wait like for victims like a hunter. Read it again, brother.
Among my people are wicked men who lie in wait for victims like a hunter hiding in a blind.
And that's what they do. They wait for Jake. You know, Jake get off of work, get his check, and they. It's a lot. Oh, yeah, that too. What was this? Janice. Oh, that's the Latin one. It's the Latin version. The nigga, the light skinned Latin version. Hold on, brother. Let me get this real quick. Janice. Can you read the scripture? Kind. So can you read that precept again, brother?
NLT Prophet Jeremiah 5:26. Among my people are wicked men who lie in wait for victims like a hunter hiding in a bind.
And that's what they do.
Set traps to catch people.
They continue to set traps to catch people, man. And women use their so-called beauty and femininity to catch people. All right? Catch men. Shit, now they catch other women. You know what I'm saying? They catching other women. They out here pushing this narrative that this whorish mentality and personality is sexy and is not. You know, it's intriguing and it's not. And it's all a trap. You see the fake eyelashes, the wigs. Again, you niggas feed into the narrative that Esau has set about you. Okay, you look at Jake. They're just as degrading, okay, disgusting, all right, as the images that are portrayed to them. All right, and then you got these Jakes that they don't care as long as they get paid. It's all about that bag. And she ain't the first pregnant chick out here running around here. Look at Keke Palmer out here, pregnant as hell, dancing, showing her body off. That's you going off. And this chick was married at one point. You know what I mean? The chick Cardi B. Oh, dysfunctionality is exalted amongst you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. High-level dysfunctionality, man. Degeneracy. Yeah, degeneracy. Real quick, this is a precept, Jeremiah 2:21. Yet I planted thee a noble vine, wholly a right seed. How then art thou turned into a degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me? Right. And how is Jake turned into, because the Lord set us up to be a noble nation, man. Starting with the men. Okay. The way that Jake is acting today, it's not in a noble mind, it's not in a noble manner or a noble mindset. All right. When you type up the nobility, all right. I was trying to nobility, typing out, I spelled it wrong, but yeah, nobility. It says the quality of being noble in character, mind, birth, or rank. And that's why even when you niggas run around here and say we was kings, we was queens, and all this other shit, Esau don't believe that. He used that as a way to mock you, man. We was kings because you're not acting like kings. You're not acting like princesses. You just acting like a bunch of wild beasts, animals. The narrative that Esau painted. See, it didn't just start overnight. It didn't just happen in one generation. Esau created. We was watching me and the elder last night was watching this movie called Bamboozled, man. And in that movie, it was about minstrel shows, man. It was about basically what's you call it? They reincarnated the minstrel show to help boost ratings for these TV stations. Right, even the Edomite, played by Michael Rappaport, he said, "I know niggas better than niggas know themselves." Right, and Jake was like, they was offended, but it's the truth. That's why he put this spirit of degeneracy amongst you, Jake, because he know you gonna bite at it.
We was talking about the man, Norman.
Norman Lear.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
he started it.
Yep.
You know, they stole the idea of being a nigga by a Jake.
Yep.
So they molded you the way they wanted you to be. You know, show the puppet.
Oh yeah, let me
They molded you the way they wanted you to be. That goes back into what? What's that guy's the damn letter? Willie Lynch.
Yeah, the Willie Lynch letter.
With the Willie Lynch letter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got the movie that Birth of Nation. That goes into that when it was wearing blackface, saying how you're gonna be raping white women and doing all this other shit. You live up to that stereotype because that's all you know.
Yeah.
You're being molded as you're being programmed to be that way.
Yep.
You know, and you just accept it. There's no resistance in it.
Yep.
You know, you don't have no standard, no nothing. So that's why the Lord's gonna destroy you. You become a degenerate. Something that's a degenerate is that goes back from its glorious state to a weaker state.
It's a destructive state.
Destructive state. When you look up the word folly literally means weak-minded or mentally weak. All right. So you gotta. Our people became mentally weak. We become dependent on Esau for everything. So he's gonna mold you. He's gonna tell you how to be a nigga.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Like we was watching Hollywood Shuffle, man. Yeah. And the man was like, "Hey, you gotta walk jive." He said, "Learn to walk jive." And
he said, act more black.
Yeah, he told him to act more black. And then he was like, "Hey, come to black acting school where you'll learn how to do all these different things that so-called black people do."
Yeah.
You know, the dude was all excited about being an actor. He was like, "Yeah, he played a arpist. You know what I'm saying? He played a hood. He played a thug. He just played degenerate roles, man." Yeah. And he was happy about it, man. You know what I'm saying? And it was a satire. Definitely was mocking black, so-called black Hollywood, you know, because these images that you portray on these television shows and these movies and in this music, people actually, niggas, Jakes, take that and put it onto themselves. Like when that nigga Tekashi 6ix9ine was a big thing. A lot of them so-called Mexicans and Puerto Ricans started imitating this nigga, man. You had knockoff Tekashi 6ix9ines running around here trying to get famous, trying to get YouTube famous. You know, and again, that's that narrative because, like the elder said, that narrative started here in America. It pretty much started after the Civil War. You know what I'm saying? That whole narrative of the big black angry man that's taking white women and having his way with them. Yep. And then when you watch the first movie, A Birth of a Nation, it was an Edomite in blackface. And so these people, and back then, just like now, when people see something on the screen, they believe it's true. That narrative that was created around Jake, that he's violent, he's hypersexed, he's uncontrollable, his urges, he can't control his urges, his emotions, to the point where he just becomes a beast. You know what I'm saying? That's what Jake has fed into now. So now you got the thug nigga, you got the thug bitch, you got the boss bitch. All right, you got the perky jerky niggas, you got the different color hair wearing niggas. Because look at this generation, bro. If you go back to look at this, check this out.
Don't forget the movie on They Clone Tyrone.
Oh yeah, and that was they tell you right in front of you.
No.
They all that shit, all the fast food. They put poisons in that shit to entice Jake to go off. You know what I'm saying? But
all that chemicals. Even with the perm, all that chemicals going to people's head changes their dynamic. So they study you. They study Jake. They know your weaknesses. They know what you like. They know what you endure. You know how far you can go.
Mm-hmm.
You're a pet project to them.
Yeah.
And this is because we went off as a nation against the Lord. So the Lord took those hedges down, that hedge of protection.
Right. So like here it is, right here. This is the first birth of a nation. Not the one with
that's the one.
Whatever the dude name was. He tried to play Nat Turner. Yeah. I forget his real name. But this right here, this image right here was plastered into the minds of Edomites because niggas wasn't going to the movies when this movie came out. Jake wasn't allowed to go into the theaters when they were portraying this. So Edomites automatically assume now that the Civil War is over, these Negroes, mind you, this is a so-called white man, this is an Edomite in blackface, right? This is what Esau looked like in the garden when he was the serpent. He was this black monster with this red spirit, man. This monstrous spirit, this a rebellious, evil, lion spirit. Right? So this dude, and when Birth of a Nation came out, I forget what year it came out, but it came out shortly after the Civil War. And they pushed this spirit of a hypersex, a violent, uncontrollable urge monster of a man, right? And they said if this man gets around your daughters, he gonna do this, that, and the third. And even in the movie, they had a whole bunch of other Edomites in blackface. Now Esau don't need you. He don't need to dress. He doesn't need to dress up in blackface to impersonate you. He let you niggas do it. You on auto. Jake is on autopilot now. So the whole narrative that was created around Jake, especially when I say Jake, I'm talking about the house of Judah right now, because all tribes feed into it. You know, you look at when they portray the so-called Latino, he's always a drug dealer. He's always a sly, hypersex man. You know what I'm saying? Suave. Then they have him as lazy. Then I have him as a gardener. How many movies you have seen where the gardener is always a so-called Latino, man? And then and in real life you see this now. They're the maids. They're the workhorses for the so-called white men.
One of us get Psalms 50 and 20.
Hey, Kahan, can you get Psalms 50 and 20?
Oh, this is the book of Psalms 50 and verse 20. It says, "Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, thou slanderest thine own mother's son."
Look up the word slanders.
Oh, Salaki.
No problem.
Yeah, the Hebrew word there is Nathan or Nathan. Nathan.
There's a
I'm sorry. Let me see. Go back, brother.
Papaya.
No, this is right here.
Slanders.
Oh, they got it wrong on the blue letter.
Oh.
They got it wrong on the blue letter.
Papaya.
Let me see. Napaya. Yeah. Go ahead, brother.
It means this blasphemy, fault. So when they say slanders that brother, they fault us. So what we're talking about is basically how they blaming us.
Salaki is a crime. Hey, go back to the blue letter. That's the wrong word. I think that says givers.
Yeah, the thun is given.
Hold on. Slanders right there. That one. Look back on it. Thou slanders. Yeah, they give the wrong definition for it. And the wrong root word. It says given, to bestow, or to provide. Yeah, blue letter went off with that.
All right.
But can you read it?
Yeah, it's the paya, a blasphemous fault for unused meaning to push over, a stumbling block, the slanders.
And that's right. Esau, he creates these stumbling blocks that go on Jake, that Jake stumbled over by following after them shits. And that those slanders, they destroy what? The Israelite man's image.
Yeah.
All right. So now when we come in and we tell you that we're the Israelites, we come from a righteous and holy people, and that we're to be held at a higher standard, Jake don't want to hear that. The other nations don't believe it because look at what they see. Like there's a precept where it says that they how Esau goes to the Most High and say, look at your people.
Revelations 12 and 12.
Can
no, 12 and
can you go to Revelation 12 and 10, Baba Gashah? Right? You had something, Ariel?
No, you got it.
Come on, brother.
Wow.
This is Revelation chapter 12 and verse 10. It says, "And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power and the power of his anointed. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night."
Yeah, so they high priests, they go to the Lord, YAHAWADAH, and they go to the Lord and say, look at your people. When they doing them seances and when they doing those spirit cooking and all that bullshit they doing, it ain't just to summon up demons. They high priests like Noah Harari going to the Lord saying, look at your people. Look what they doing. Get Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 15. Baba Shah.
Yeah.
Habakkuk 2, 15. You got it, brother.
And and that goes hand in hand with that precept. I don't know if that's the one that you're about to pull out, but that says, "Woe to him that giveth his neighbor drink."
Yeah, that's it.
That they may, because ultimately, like we're going into, man, Esau set this narrative, this image of our people, man, and Jake is just following after it. And I had pulled up a definition in the word right here, the way. Right here in Jeremiah 10 and 2, it says, "Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them." And you go to that word, the way, if you could help me out with that, with the Hebrew pronunciation.
That word there is the rock. The rock.
The rock. And it says, one of the definitions, it says the direction. You see, so follow not the direction of the heathens, man. And Esau, as we, as the Lord has always told us, Esau doesn't have our best interest at hand. He actually wants to destroy Jake, and here you have our people listening to everything that Esau gives them. He'll tell you, oh, look, to be successful, you got to do business this way. And Jake does whatever Esau say. Or to become, a certain type of individual, you got to do this. And Jake does it, man. That's why you have a lot of our people that sell out, man. They'll tell you, like, look, you got to do, you got to be at a certain level spiritually, to do certain things. And they're talking about witchcraft. They're talking about a bunch of different things, man. But again, is the direction that Esau is giving them, and Jake follows after, man. Just to what? To pretty much escape the curses, man. Because that's what it's all about. Jake doesn't want to be punished for the iniquity that they've done in the past, so they try to look for a way out. And that way out is what? To serve Esau, Edom, in wickedness.
Yeah, it says right here, it says the manner, habit, way. So that's another thing. You pick up the nation's habits. The things that Jake do is nothing but heathenistic. And I was discussing this to the elder like 2 nights ago. We was out, and it's a lot of Edomites stay in the section that we in. And then they was like niggas. When I say like niggas, not like, oh, they got the spirit of Jake's on them, but their spirit that they were doing, how they was moving, it was like niggas.
Reckless, yeah.
Yeah, we went up in one spot. I wanted something to eat out of there. Well, I wanted something to eat, not out of there, but we went in there to see if I could get what I wanted. And it was nothing but roaches in the fucking Kaiser rolls, man, crawling on them shits. The elder said, yo, he was like, man, it's roaches in there. And the fucking Edomite act like he ain't know it was roaches in there. He was like, roaches? And then I turned around and I looked, they was crawling all over the fucking Kaiser rolls, bro. And they were comfortable around that shit, that filth. You go up in there, they stink. We was in an Uber. I was being lazy. We was in an Uber, and we got out. The spirit got us out of there early. We went the wrong way, and on top of that, I was like, "Yo, it stink up in here, man." And he couldn't even smell his own funk. On top of that, the way they act, the way they treat each other, they're very violent towards one another. They're very, just uncouth and unkept as a nation of people. Look, you go to Edomite land, them niggas living in trash. They living in filth. Yeah, they got a hierarchy of people, but the majority of them people are living in absolute abject filthiness, man. Well, you know about the Ganges, that's a river of shit.
God.
So these ways, these ways and these directions. Can you go back to that, brother? These ways and these directions, the Lord told us not to follow after. You know, don't follow after their course of life, their culture. Because that's what nigga culture is, nothing but heathen culture. Everything that niggas do, heathens do. But when you Jakes do it, it's heightened and it's magnified. So go ahead, Ariel. Can you get Habakkuk 2:15? And you can bring it up on the screen, Khan, so you can read it. Again, Jake feeds into the narrative. You niggas don't want to do nothing against the narrative. So now when our accuser of our brethren comes up, he got examples. He got complete examples.
You ever seen that? What's it? Damn game. Grand Theft Auto. The new one that's supposed to come out.
Yeah.
You saw the commercial?
Yeah. You got nigga bitches shaking their ass on top of cars.
And where did they get that from?
Actual nigga bitches shaking and twerking on cars. Yeah. You got obese black women walking on the beach like they the baddest thing, can slice bread. Where they get that from? Black bitches walking on the beach, obese, shouldn't even be there. Over-sexualized. They got another scene in there where the niggas, Jake, got gold teeth in his mouth, big ass dreadlocks, overweight, you know, looking like he's up to no good. Where they get that from? Actual real live people that do that shit. So they give the accuser, in his mind, he got more than enough proof to accuse us and then to roll on Jake.
Yeah. Remember, also they called him at the very time, they used to call themselves savages.
Yep.
So when you call yourself a savage, you're leaving them no other choice. How do you think they got the land?
Yeah.
They wrote down, according to how the Pope said it, the way they forgot the name of the title of the letter. If they're not Christians.
The papal bull.
The papal bull. If they're not Christians, you can do whatever you want. So they considered people the local savages. Yep. So they see you as not human. You have armies of different nations that's coming here in the shores of America, like you said earlier. They're gonna see you like not human.
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna see the black woman as how some niggas try to portray them as gods or goddesses and all that good shit. They're gonna see you as a fucking savage beast. So that every right's gonna have the rights to kill you. Like, yeah, that gremlin.
Yeah, like this.
You know?
They're gonna see you as a damn gremlin. Yeah. And when you see something like this, will you keep this alive? Hell no. You're gonna get out the way.
Yeah, and it's crazy, bro, because you know, the day before yesterday, I went to the outlets over here by upstate New York, and it's a nice place. You know, it's like an outer, you know, mall. You walk around, it's nice, man. And there was like a bunch of people, and it was just like peaceful. And then I encountered these young Jakes, man, and it was just like, damn, like I felt like my moment was ruined because I was having a chill time, just walking around, looking at stuff. And then I see this group of young Jakes, man, or Northern Kingdom, and they was just like reckless Jakes, you know, just acting up and shit. And I'm like, damn, man, Jake just make everything worse, man. Like you just having an all right time. Like obviously, you know, you get bothered by the heathens and shit, but you understand, like, they in their fucking kingdom, whatever. But at least it's not, you know, nothing crazy. But then as soon as you see Jake, man, and they're just behaving like animals, man, and you're like, damn, man, like Jake just fucks everything up, man. Because they're acting like wild animals, man, like for real. Like that. I wanted to touch on this, some of these words for nobility. It says virtue, goodness, honor, decency, integrity. You see, and these are things that Jake doesn't have, man. You see, Jake
virtually. It's locked, brother.
Yeah,
I was going to say that they're virtually non-existent. Yeah.
What was that, Salakia, brother? I couldn't hear.
I was going to say they were virtually. Those attributes are virtually non-existent amongst Jake.
That's right.
You know, but you know where they are existing at? Amongst us, amongst the brotherhood. Read them again.
Virtue, goodness, honor, honesty, decency, integrity, selflessness.
And where does that exist at? In the brotherhood.
Yeah.
Amongst the Lord's men. The men of the Lord. From the apostles to the bishop elders to the brothers on down, man. Because I guarantee you, if a nigga act like this, if a nigga act like this amongst the brothers, you gonna stick out and you fuck around get thrown out, man. You know what I'm saying? If it's too much, if it's that bad, it all depends on what you did.
Kill it.
You know what I'm just kill it. You gotta get him up out of here, man.
That's
Yeah,
right.
and it's been many men that came amongst the body with that nigga mentality, and that it didn't mesh with that noble mentality, and they had to go.
Yeah, and,
Whether they went on their own free will or whether they got communicado. You know, you got it.
that's right. Now, and I was gonna say, I always remember, when we went down to visit the brothers in Dallas. Usually when you see a big group of so-called Negroes or Latinos, you're not drawn to them because you know how they act. But when we went to watch that fight, man, everybody around us was just like looking at us like in awe, like, damn, these guys are fucking cool. Like, I want to be around them.
Yeah.
Like, that was the spirit that was around brothers, man. But why? Because again, we represent the Lord and we know how to conduct ourselves, man. We have, a decorum to our spirit, man, which Jake in the world don't have. Jake in the world is just wild, and people, want to stay away from them instead of, being with them because of, their wicked spirit that's upon them.
It doesn't fit, bro. That's the problem. Jake's spirit don't fit. The way they acting now doesn't fit them.
Yeah.
That's why it's not acceptable in the sight of the world. Like, you're not supposed to be this way. We gotta understand, people, when they see us, they see something different. Period. Even when they see Jake as being portrayed a certain way, they know that it doesn't fit us.
Yeah.
You know, because they'll gravitate to Jake no matter if it's good or bad, because they know that's where the life comes from. But it doesn't fit us. The problem is that it fits 2/3 of the nation of Israel.
Yeah, and that number is greater than the elect.
Exactly.
Right,
so one bad, we're just saying one bad apple spoils the bunch,
yeah.
and that's what they did. It's not by their fault, because the Lord has rejected them. Fuck them. That's why we don't pray for these people. We don't ask for nothing for the Lord for them. They need a heavy reset. Without that heavy reset, yeah. Well, heavy, hard, how you want to put it.
The hard reset, it just a soft reset.
No.
A soft reset is like it still keeps some of the old properties, but it just kind of like refresh it a little bit. A hard reset is that it completely restores it to factory setting.
Yeah, that's what we
And
need.
niggas gotta get restarted from a factory setting, man.
That's right.
It's like they brand new.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, real quick, can Aria all get this preset, brother? Habakkuk 2:15.
I got it.
Go ahead, brother.
It says, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness.
Hey, break it down, brother.
So yeah, and that's what that's pretty much what Esau is doing. He encouraged Jake to be wicked. Jake buys into it, and then he says to the Lord, "Look at your man, look at your people." I had something else I was looking at. There's a term back in 2020 that devil Hillary Clinton, when she was talking about Jake, she called him a super predator.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I was looking that up. That was in around December, November 2020, and she was talking about. And you know what? You know what's funny? A lot of these Jakes didn't even catch on to it.
Mm-mm.
And she was saying, "Y'all niggas is super wicked," And that went right over Jake's head. And a lot of them even took. I bet a lot of them even took it as a compliment, which is wicked as hell. That's like saying you're the worst of the wicked. You're a super predator. You're not just a predator. You're a super predator.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because Esau, he's a real super predator.
That's
But
right.
niggas put it on. Niggas put the you got it. Niggas put the super predator spirit on, man.
Yeah. They embrace it.
Yeah, they embrace it. And so real quick, just break a few things down in Habakkuk 2:15 again. It says, "Woe to him that giveth strong drink to his neighbor, that he may look upon his nakedness." Now, any of you, I'm gonna ask you brothers on a board, what makes you naked in the sight of Esau? What makes you naked in the sight of these nations? Any brothers know? So I'll tell you. So you know in the future. When our sins, when we go off and we break the Lord's law, statutes, and commandments, which is committing sin, that's nakedness. All right. And what keeps us clothed is righteousness. Right?
Revelation 16.
Get Revelation 6, 16 and 15. Revelation 16 and 15 real quick.
Okay.
And then I'll go into super predator. Yeah, I like that, man. Watch out for the super predators. You know what I'm saying? That's a video, man. That's a video right there. Watch out for the super predators. Yeah, like the brother said, when you go off, when you go way off, and then you do it in the sight of these nations, they can see your nakedness.
Yep.
When you going off, they see, that's how they see your nakedness, man. Your sins right on you. And Jake living in that. Bring it, read it, brother.
It says, Revelation 16:15, behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked.
What's the garment?
And what's a garment? And the garment is this righteousness, man.
That's right.
Garments is that's why even when it says that the saints had on those white garments represent righteousness. All right. But when you don't keep your garment, when you don't keep that righteousness, you expose your nakedness, right, which is your sin and iniquity, your folly. Everybody see it. First of all, the Most High, YAHAWADAH see it, the angels see it, and the nations see it. And that's why they said in Lamentations, is this the excellency of beauty? Yeah. I mean, is this the beauty of perfection? Is this the city? You know, roughly paraphrasing that precept. If a brother on the comment board can get Lamentations 2 and 15, I think it's 2 and 15.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up.
Oh, that's the spirit. Well, bring it out. Bring it out.
This is the book of
then go back to Revelation.
Lamentation. This is the book of Lamentations 2 and verse 15. It says, all that pass by clap their hands at thee, they hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth?
And right, when you look at Jake today, when you see shit like this, two brothers killing a sister on Christmas over some fucking Christmas presents. Yeah. When you see Sexy Red, when you see Cardi B, Offset, what's this bitch Summer Walker? She was pregnant in the video, acting her ass. When you see Janice, the Muppet, running around here, that's the black woman. That's the black and Latino woman right there.
Them they all in the
they've been making fun of you, Jakes, since Sesame Street, man. Yeah. Even before that. Yeah. They've been making you look the butt of all the jokes. Right?
And you don't even know.
So niggas don't know. What country black say, Ariel?
Niggas ain't right.
Niggas ain't right. Niggas ain't right, Glad. Niggas ain't right.
Niggas ain't right.
So when you see Jake, they don't look like the perfection of beauty. When you see images like this is not the perfection of beauty. Don't look at the titties. Don't look at the ass. Don't look at the fake nails and fake hair. Because when you see this, what you really seeing is the gremlin. This is that demon with lipstick, a wig on, and 3 fingers and fingernails, and high heels and a skimpy dress. This is the image that y'all can't see. We can see it.
Sad.
It don't matter if she's fat. It don't matter if she's skinny. It don't matter if she a Latino or a Negro or so-called Indian woman, Native American woman. This is what we see. This is not. And even when it comes to you, Jakes, you don't see no king right here. You don't see no prince, and that's what we are. You see a bunch of savages, a dreaded hair wearing niggas, and you know that we did a lesson on that. The dreads come from the East Indians, the thuggies. These savages.
Yep.
All right. So when they look upon us, when they look upon Jake, they don't see. That's right. They see that nakedness. Whose precept is this? This is Ariel's. What happened to Kahan? Oh,
Salakia, something went wrong with my internet. It took me out.
Kahan, what you got, Ariel?
No, I was going to say, because what really these jakes today, they call themselves a king and a prince. Nigga, you ain't no king. What makes you a king and a prince is keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments of YAHAWADAH. That's the real garment. These laws, statutes, and commandments. If you live in them and you keep them and you walk in them, that's what makes you a true king and a prince. You know.
Yeah.
Kind like
because I was going to say real quick, Salakia, King Solomon, what made people respect him for his wisdom and everything was that he kept the law, statutes, and commandments. That's what gave him his wisdom, you know.
Well, he feared the Most High,
and he feared the Lord.
The first bit of knowledge that you can ever receive is to fear Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah,
which is the gift
that's right.
that gives everybody.
That's right.
And one of my favorite precepts is Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 13, which tells us the conclusion of the matter is to fear the Lord and keep his commandments. That's the most important thing you can do. That's the true garment, you know. And so if you ain't doing that, you just a degenerate.
Yeah. And
that's why these jakes out here so messed up, because they think these niggas out here think street wisdom is good. They'd rather have a rep off of what they're doing in the streets, whereas those of us who fear Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, we want that reputation that we're a man of the Lord.
Yep.
You know, that we're known for doing this work. We're known for being seen out on the highways and byways, and we're known for being seen doing these lessons. That's the real. There's a brother, I forget his name. I know he's in the New York camp. His page on YouTube is called Kingdom Minded. You know, that's how we gotta be, kingdom minded, which means always focus. Yahweh Shai said in Matthew 6:33, seek first what? Seek first the kingdom. You know, that's what makes you a prince, a true king of the Lord. Not what these devils out here in the streets think, you know.
There's levels to this. There's levels to this thing, bro.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You know, it's not about your bloodline or anything like that. It's your character.
Yeah.
And that's why people don't have no fucking character. That's why they fall for everything that the devil tells them, because they fucking weak. You know, 2/3 of the nation of Israel are nothing but weaklings. They're the low fruits. They're worthless.
Yeah, low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
There was a football coach. He used to coach the Jets, and he asked the media. They were asking him questions. And his name was Edwards.
Herman Edwards.
Herman Edwards. And he asked the media. He said, "Let me ask you guys something." He said, "What is character? What is character?"
Yeah.
And he told them, "Character is what you do when nobody else is looking."
Yeah.
You know, character is what you do when you don't think nobody sees you, but the Lord sees everything you do. So your mindset should be, no matter what you do in the dark, at your crib, in the closet, Yahweh Bashem Hashai sees you, and he's going to judge you for it. And if you think that way, that's the fear of the Lord, knowing that he sees everything you do. You know?
Yeah, like Paul said, you know, do, roughly paraphrasing, do not only in my presence only, but even when I'm not here. That was a big thing with the Church of Corinth. They was acting like a bunch of heathens, niggas.
That's right.
They was like the niggas of their time, and that nigga behavior was heathen behavior. And when he came around, they stiffened up, they tightened up. Yep. But when he left, they would go off and do the same shit that he'd been doing. And Paul admonished them, like, look, he even said in one precept, he said, "Look, man, this the last time me warning you. If you messing up, when I come back, I'm not gonna be so polite," roughly paraphrasing, man. He was gonna get in their ass, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's why that nigga Diddy is in hot water now, because the Lord is bringing out his character. What this nigga does when he's in the privacy of his own home, when he thinks nobody sees him, he has bad character. You can't trust this nigga around your kids. You can't bring this nigga home Like I had a dude say, he told me when he bring this one dude over his house, he told this nigga, if I don't hear you clapping, I'm gonna bust you upside your head. He said, when I leave out the room, I want to hear you clapping. That way I know you ain't doing no mischief. You know?
Yeah. Go ahead, Kahan. And then let's go back to after you speak your part, just make sure you go back to Revelation 16 and 15. We can finish that precept. But go ahead.
Okay, Khan. This back in Lamentations 2 and I'll read 15 again. It says, all that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? All thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash their teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly, this is the day that we looked for. We have seen it.
So when they see Jake in this lower state, this degenerated state, that's what they was looking for. Oh, that's why when you read Ezekiel 25, the Lord go down a list of certain nations, and they said that they looked at Judah like they were the heathen, like they were like all the other nations. When these nations look at our people, they think that we're just like the rest of these other nations, but we're the worst of the nations. When one of us do something, it's not a one-off thing. That's how they say. That's how those niggas act. That's how those Hispanics act. Them immigrants act. That's how they act. They don't say that was a one-off. When Esau went up in a building and lighted up like a candle, they just say that was a lone wolf. You know, he was just off. All Edomites don't get. You don't. When you see Edomite males, you don't say, "Yo, let's pack up everything, get out this building before they light it up." You don't say that. But as soon as they see one or two Jakes with a hood on their head, they're gonna look at them crazy. I went to this Edomite store today, and I was, trying to get something to drink or whatever, and I had something in my hand, and Elan was looking at me all suspicious, like I was trying to steal something, bro.
Yeah, he was waiting for you to put it in your pocket or something.
He was waiting for me to put it in my pocket, try to slide out the door. You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't even get down like that. But why? Because niggas done came in that store on a few occasions and did that kind of shit. So even if they already had that suspectful mindset about Jake and even not knowing Jake, they already assume that. That's how they get down. It's a surprise to them when you go in your pocket and you pay for something, man. They don't even look at your money like everybody else's money. You know, Edomites can take all the wickedness Esau done did on this earth. All the wickedness he done did on this earth. He shouldn't be able to walk into any establishment and you trust this man. He shouldn't be able to walk in any establishment and you look at this man like he's the best thing since sliced bread. The reason why you can do that is because he's in power, and the narrative he created around himself is that of a polite, soft, kind-hearted, loving, trustworthy, honest, white.
Don't forget, you got money.
Oh, he got that money.
What you got, bro?
And I was gonna say, that precept in Psalms where it says, that they have, banded together so that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Roughly paraphrasing, the heathens all came together to point us towards that direction of a nation without knowledge, without wisdom, just reckless, man. And that's the complete opposite of what the Lord told us. Because in the book of, real quick, I'll just get it. In the book of Deuteronomy 4, it tells us that the Lord gave us these laws, statutes, and commandments so that we could be above all nations, man.
Right.
But Jake now, they're against anything that's righteousness, or righteous. They just want to follow after wickedness. So this is Deuteronomy 4 and 5. It says, behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. And this is what this is the complete opposite of what the nations think of us now, you know, because we have followed after their ways, after their customs. And Jake is like a compilation of all the wickedness of all nations, man. You know? And like the elder mentioned before, when people look at Jake, man, you know, they don't see it as looking at the heathens, because just Jake makes everything look good, even wickedness, man. You know? So it's like when Jake does something, like people pay attention to it more than any other nation, man. Because something in the universe just, you know, lets you know like these people are different than everybody else.
Yeah, we're the set trenders, brother.
Yeah.
Everybody, you have everybody in the world that they look at Judah here in America. They look for the fashion, the, you know, the style, everything, the lingo. They see that. They're like, oh shit, I want to be like that. Everybody wants to be a nigga, but they don't want to be a nigga.
Yeah, Paul Mooney said that.
You know?
He said that in that.
Right.
Yeah. Because it's actually because everybody don't want to get that. They don't want that heat.
Yeah.
But they want that.
They want the
coolness.
blessings. They want the blessings.
Yeah.
And like they used to, like they did during the time of Esther, when everything was good, everybody wanted to be a Jake.
Yeah.
But then when shit got bad, they was like, no, we ain't related to them people.
Yeah.
We ain't got nothing to do with them people, because you don't want to get the curses. But you know, hey, you can't get one and not the other.
Yeah.
You know, in these nations, all these curses that's on our people that we're talking about today, you see how low and destroyed Jake is. That's how them other nations gonna be in the kingdom, man.
Deuteronomy 30:7.
Yeah, they're gonna be at that lowest state. They're gonna be in a degenerate state, and they're not gonna be allowed to get their strength back. And when they get their strength back, it's gonna be in measure. Well, they're not gonna be able to get their vitality back until after 1,000 years, and by then we don't whip them into shape. And Esau has been taken off the earth, and wherever he's scattered at, if he want other brothers' mansions and other places, he's gonna be brought back and thrown into that fire, so he can get up off the earth, because he don't serve a purpose no more. He's not, hey, like my man Nino Brown said, your services are no longer required, man. You know, because that you've been exposed. Real quick, get Lamentations 4:21. Hey, Ariel, you know how to share your screen, right? I think you're sharing your screen right now. Yeah, get Revelation 16 and 15 again. Baba Bishop. Kahana, get Lamentations 4:21. You get Revelation 16 and 15. When he reads Lamentations, you break Lamentations down when he read it. All right, brother? But go ahead and read Revelation 16 and 15 again. Baba Bishop. I think it's 16 and 15. Yeah.
God, this
Oh, you got it, brother.
No. Aria, I'll read it, and then you read Lamentations.
This is Revelation 16 and 15. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked, and they see his shame.
Right, and when you look at Jake today, you're seeing our shame. None of this stuff that Jake is doing is what's the opposite of shit? Is our glory. You know, all the killing of each other, the robbing, the stealing, the covetous nature, the eating of abominable flesh, the idolatry, all of that shit, that's our shame. Yeah. And the nations see it. That's why when the priest was reading Lamentations 2, it was saying like, look, we have seen it. This is what we was waiting for. We was waiting to see them fall. We was waiting to see them destroyed. We was waiting to see that they're just like us. You see, in the kingdom of heaven, there's going to be a real separation. We're going to be an eternal people. None of us going to die. We're going to be the real eternals. We're going to have a glow. We're going to have 100% righteousness from our minds to our bodies. Then you're going to see it's a separation. Yeah, we might got similar appendages. Like the angels got arms, legs, and feet, right? But we're not in an angelic estate. And the scripture says in Genesis that it says, let us make man like us, upright. And that's when it came to a point where Adam was given that's the spirit of righteous, of truth, and knowledge and understanding of the Heavenly Father Yahweh. which Adam was Yahushua. And that's what separated him from the rest of them other fucking heathens, man. He was able to stand. He was able to see things with a more spiritual view than them other nations could ever have. He had an understanding that them other nations could never have. They could have studied 1,000 years and they wouldn't come close to him. And they showed you that when Yahushua came as King Solomon. When he had more wisdom than any man on the earth. You know, when they show that, they show an Edomite with a big ass head, or Yaku, the big head scientist, you know, because all of his so-called, that's supposed to represent his intelligence, man. But King Solomon was calmly, he ain't had to have no big monstrous head that hold all that wisdom, right, because the Lord endowed him with it. And we as Israelite men, we are supposed to be endowed with it. That's right. But it wasn't given to us through just sheer inspiration of the Lord. It was given us through us the inspiration of the Lord, giving it to the prophets, giving it to the men of the Lord, starting with Yahushua, who is the word, giving it to those men. It wasn't given to every Israelite to disseminate. It was given to certain men to disseminate, but it was still given to the men of Israel to live by. And like you brought out earlier, as they would see it, they would say, this is a wise and understanding people. So that no other narrative could have slipped up in there and say, look, this is how they are. This is how they really are. Nah. You know? That was it on that? Revelation 16 and 15? Go to Lamentation. Lamentation 4, start at 4 and 21.
This is Lamentations 4 and verse 21. It says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shall make thyself naked.
Break it down, Ariel.
That was Lamentations 4 and 21.
Yep.
God.
Read it again for him, God.
This is Lamentations 4 and 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shall be drunken and shall make thyself naked.
And we see that cup being passed through them now. That cup of judgments and punishment to Esau, Edom. Like here, I know here in Hawaii, on Oahu, you see just as many homeless Edomites as you do Jake.
Yeah, for real.
And they look bad. I mean, Jake looked bad on the street, homeless, of course. But these Edomites, they look real fucked up.
Yeah, it's really it's real fucked up.
For real. And they don't know how to take it. You know, when they ask you, I know I've had this experience, when they ask you for $1 or whatever, and you don't give it to them, these motherfuckers get mad, get an attitude. Like, motherfucker, I ain't got to give you money because your shit raggedy. You know?
Right.
But Jake, if Jake asks somebody for money and they don't give it to him, I've seen Jake still just say, well, God bless you, have a nice day, and move on. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But these devils, they get mad like you owe them something. And that's judgment from the Lord.
Yeah.
You know?
So read it again.
Lamentations 4 and 21, it says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shall make thyself naked.
Yeah, and what's gonna make them naked? Their sin's gonna be seen. Mm-hmm. When it says you're gonna be naked, because right now people can't see Esau's sins. It's like we live in this perpetual scene and don't be a menace while drinking your juice in the hood, where old Low Dog and Ashtray walked up into the convenience store and it was like niggas, and then the white dude walked in behind them and it was just a regular ringing of the bell. Here it is, these niggas trying to purchase something. Esau in there stealing everything. They don't see Esau stealing. But as soon as Jake go and get a popsicle, we got the goop and the thing talking about some hurry up and buy. Because they see Jake's sins. Yeah. They see his nakedness. But it's like Esau has an invisible cloak on his nakedness. That's why That's why when he I'm sorry, but we got it.
No, I was gonna say they give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and that's why when Jake do something, he exposed. That's why when Esau, when it comes to, it's gonna come a time
Somebody get Psalm 72, 73 and 6.
Ariel, can you get Psalm 73 and 6?
Yeah.
Psalm 73 and 6. I think that's they're not in trouble with the men. Yeah. Yeah, Psalm 73 and 6. But there's gonna come a time where Esau's sins and iniquities is gonna be bare on him. Now you're gonna really see him for who he truly is. The sinful man, the man of sin that he truly is.
Well, that's our job. Our job is to expose them. It's not for them to expose themselves. We're the ones that expose them.
Yeah.
That's why we got the highest office. The Lord gave us the secret.
Yeah.
You know? And the world's starting to see this man for who he is. Now they might blame the American Edomites, which they are.
Yeah.
But all Esau, no matter where they go, what land they touch, death, destruction, wickedness follows after that. Yeah. That's our job to expose them.
Yeah. So that man of sin be revealed. And he's being revealed through the word of YAHAWADAH to his prophets, man.
Okay. Read that real quick.
Go ahead, read it, brother.
It says, Psalm 73, verse 6, therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain.
Actually, go up.
Yeah, verse 5.
5, okay. Psalm 73, verse 5, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men.
Yeah, that's and what the brother said is true. When they go into the store, they could steal, they could rob, and do whatever. Yeah. You don't expect that because they this is their world. This is their world. This is how they made it fit. Everything fits for them. Their justice system, like that guy Jonathan Majors, he did absolutely nothing wrong, but they made the crime make it. They had to, give him something, because it's their world. It's their system. So we gotta play the way the Lord wants us to play. The way the Lord wants us to play. We can't do what Esau does. We gotta do what we're best at, and what we're best at is serving the Lord. So they're not gonna be in trouble like other men. They're not gonna be out there and put on Front Street. Not yet. Remember, first it's exposure, then comes destruction. So the Lord is slowly exposing, and everybody's starting to hate this man for who he is. This is why they walk around the whole planet Earth, swearing top and bottom that they're innocent. They're not in trouble like other men. They wear that shit like they could conquer everything. Yeah. They conquerors of all. They don't get in trouble. They could buy their way out of anything, except for the true judgment of Yahawah. There's more to it. Go ahead.
Verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain.
Then that's the key right there. It's pride.
Mm-hmm. Pride.
Pride is this man's downfall. Pride is what the Lord used him for. Pride is a demon. Yeah. The Lord make them proud, be real proudful because that's their weakness. Like Elder Gad was talking to the side, and we was talking about Star Wars when Luke was talking to the Emperor, and the Emperor that was going, exchanging words, and Luke told the Emperor, he says, your arrogance is your weakness. And he said your arrogance, he said your weakness is your trusting your friends. But when he said your arrogance is your weakness, it's true. That's why Esau does the things what he does. He's out on Front Street. You can see all his shit because he's being arrogant about it. He's not hiding nothing no more. It's right up in your face. He's not hiding. He knows what he did to people. He's showing you. He's just giving people an avenue to express their displeasure, and he's still laughing at people. See, when we do these shows, they don't take this shit serious. But the joke's on them, It's Esau's pride that's gonna get them to fall. And guess who's pointing that pride out? It's us. We got the greatest job in the planet Earth. We exposing this man, telling us, look, it's your pride that's gonna get you fucked up.
Well, the scripture says your pride have deceived you.
Yeah.
Thou that dwelleth in the presence of the rock.
Yeah.
His pride has deceived him. That's why when he make these movies, he writes these books, he puts this narrative out about Jake. He believes that there's nobody going to save us. There's nobody going to correct what was wrong to us. He said we don't have no power in his mind. Yeah. In his mind, nobody can do nothing to him. That's why you even hear these Edomites say that or we're the strongest nation in the world. I think Joe Biden said something like that. They said something about him fighting wars.
Yeah, wars.
Yeah, he said we could fight. We got to.
No. He said this is United States of America. We can do anything. We can do anything.
Yeah, this is United States.
Because that's their pride. You know, we gotta understand. That's the number one thing that's being exposed. Out of all things, you can point out all the shit that they did in history, but it doesn't matter. It's their pride that get them. They're like, okay, you expose all the shit. What you gonna do about it? Mm-hmm. You know, you can tell. Like we was watching Bamboozle, and they show you the nastiness of everything, and they just, like you said, Michael Rappaport, he said, we know niggas more than niggas know themselves. Yeah. Because that's their pride, you know? That's why the Lord said, go back to Lamentations real quick. Lamentations 4:21, right? Yep. Go back to that, because they go hand in hand. Go ahead.
Read it, brother.
Lamentations 4:21, it says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Mm-hmm. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked.
Keep going.
The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins.
And you shall discover thy sins. And the Lord telling us our punishment is over. This man said, we never coming out of punishment. This man already having his plan, like, we just gonna get rid of all you niggas. That's pride, bro. So all the exposure that he's allowing people to see the our weaknesses and all this other shit, and Jake is falling for it, that's his pride right there. But what he fails to understand, the same people that he's doing that to is gonna be the same people that's gonna come against him. You know? That's what the scripture says about the plowman shall overtake the reaper, right? And all the hands of the wicked shall take them down, because he can't see that. He only can see so much that the Lord allows him to see, but he don't see the bigger picture. All that shit that he's doing is accounting for him, because you're gonna have the whole entire earth coming against this man. Okay, and the greatest threat. All these other nations are coming against him, but the greatest threat has always been the nation of Israel. That's why there was a woman. They had some meeting.
Yeah, the Israeli.
Yeah, she said the biggest threat to Israel is the young black men.
She was a director or something.
And what she said, she wasn't talking about these niggas that wear their pants hanging and don't know shit from shit. They don't give a fuck. They're talking about us that's in the houses and the byways, because we're doing something to them. We're exposing them. Yeah. You know, we're exposing their wickedness, and we're pointing out all the shit that they're doing unto us, and they can't handle it. They can't handle that heat, bro.
Yeah, a lot of people thought that Esau didn't have a kryptonite. Mm-hmm. His kryptonite is truth.
Yeah,
our kryptonite is sin.
Yeah.
So Esau, he weaponized our kryptonite, and then he made it a functional way of average daily life. So in his mind, as long as we caught up in sin, we could never get back to the Lord. Yeah. But he forgot about mercy.
No, he forgot about the remnant.
I was about to say that too. He forgot about the remnant. Who the Lord don't charge the sin and their sin and iniquity to them, and that won't bow a knee to him. Yeah. You know, he overlooked that, and then
he look at it. He look at it like all these niggas are terrible.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
all of them. They don't have a chance in hell.
Yeah.
But that's why the Lord said in Isaiah, was it 1 in, I believe, if the Lord had not that we would be like Sodom and Gomorrah. So the Lord always had his special reserved men for that time, for that moment, and shall not bow down knee to Baal. Yeah. All right, you got it?
Yep. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 9. Except Yahawah by Shah of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant.
And what's a small remnant? What can a remnant really do to a powerful kingdom like that? You know, you can't do nothing, but by the power of the Lord, we can do everything.
Yeah.
You know, this is the same way the Lord took Gideon and 300 men to take down the Midianites.
They fucking up too.
A small remnant. That's the power. That's where the Lord's gonna get his glory from. All right, the Lord is going to get his glory for the things that we're doing. Okay, because that's his will. This small little remnant, these small little people, these elect men that I have reserved, that you don't even see. The scripture says in Isaiah 49, the Lord hide me in his quiver. All right? So we hidden into this world. We right up in the open, and it's like we hidden. And they can't do nothing. They know who's who. They got a dossier. Okay, this, that, to the third. They take any of us, one of us down, or many, they could take all of us down. Guess what? The Lord still have a remnant and a backing to come up to the front.
Yep.
And there's nothing that he can do. According to him, we all look alike. And this is the greatest threat to this man, because we bring out the truth. We represent that truth.
Yeah, it says, except the Lord, YAHAWADAH of hosts, had left unto us a very small remnant, we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah. So we would have been completely destroyed, annihilated, genocide. But these nations owe us a favor, because the Lord said, if the sun and the moon was like, if we could have climbed up to the sun and the moon, or the stars, or go down to the depths of the sea, then the Lord would got rid of all Israel. So they owe us a great gratitude, these ungrateful motherfuckers. Yeah. All right? Because the Lord is not going to completely destroy us. They're in our air. They're breathing out and breathing out air, walking in our world. Yeah. All right? Despite we not holding any kingdom, all right, we don't hold no throne at the moment. This is our world. The world's created for us. So they owe us a great gratitude. But this is how they give us our things. So we're gonna take their asses back in the kingdom. Yeah. You know?
Right.
You know, I was gonna say that the word is spread so heavy now that it's everywhere. Like Elder Zakar, he don't do TikTok, but I be on TikTok and random videos. You got Jake trying to break the scriptures down. You got Jake saying that the Israelites. You got Jake actually having open forums, like talking about the scriptures. You know, talking about being an Israelite, talking about Esau, Edom. You know, you got a lot of these Jakes out here. The word is spread so heavy that now, even if we were to be taken out at any day now, guess what? There's still many Israelites out there that have this understanding, and that, you know, the Lord might say, like, hey, it's your time to get up now, and get it going, and they can't stop it. Yeah. So the only thing they can do right now is try to ignore it. First they laugh at you, then they ignore you. First they laugh at you, then they hate you. And so I think it's first they laugh at you, then they first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, and then they fight you. They do that. That's how they roll. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to get to a point where, like, they're going to be like, okay, now we got to fight this because this is too much. And it ain't going to be because it's a million Israelites marching in Detroit. Nah, it's going to be because this truth is starting to overwhelm their system.
The scripture says, somebody get 2nd Ezra 6:24, I believe. And somebody get Wisdom of Solomon 5:1.
Are you all get 2nd Ezra 6:4?
No, 6:24.
6:24, and then Kahan, you get
Wisdom of Solomon 5:1.
Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. And real quick, can I read this in the NLT? This is Isaiah 1:9 in the NLT. If the Lord of heaven's armies had not spread a few of us, we would have been wiped out like Sodom and destroyed like Gomorrah. So the Lord spread us out. Yeah. And that's the reason why we at where we at. We got churches in Hawaii. You got church in Hawaii. You got churches in New York. You got churches in England. You got churches in Germany, France, the Netherlands.
And they all small.
And they all small sanctuaries. Even if you think, oh, it's a lot of Jakes. 20, 30 Jakes ain't a lot of Jakes.
Bro, there's 8 million, I believe.
8 billion.
No.
Oh, sorry.
I believe it's 8 million in New York City. And there's not that many. There's not even that many camps out there. Yeah. All right. Yeah. That's how great the Lord did the things that He did, like right in front of their face. Yeah. You know, Isaiah the 19th chapter. Plenty of scriptures. We got
what was that?
6:24, right?
Second Ezra 6:24.
Mm-hmm. Can you got the apocrypha on your screen?
God, yes. All right.
Yeah. Can you share it? Can you share it? You sharing a screen? I don't know which screen you sharing, but can you bring that precept up on the screen that you sharing? All I see right now is your blue letter.
Oh, okay.
So just go to the KJV. Right there, you got
I'm
it.
sorry. That's 6 and 28.
Second Ezra 6 and 28.
God. It says, you see it on the screen?
No, we don't see it on the screen.
Oh.
You gotta go to that other tab that you got opened up.
I got it up if you wanna.
You got it?
Fine.
Yeah, I have it on the screen.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Y'all can read it.
Matter of fact, start at 27.
Yeah, start it. Quick and make it bigger, brother.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 27.
Mm-hmm.
For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched.
And that's what's happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's a great awakening that's taking place. Evil is being quenched, being put out. And we're leaving this man with one thing left. And that one thing is he's about to get violent on Jake. That's the only thing left. Evil is being put out right before his face. But keep going.
It says, 2nd Ezra 6:28, as for faith, it shall flourish.
Mm-hmm.
Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which hath been so long without fruit, shall be declared.
And the truth was so, remember, so you got to remember this. It all started at 1 West. All right, I'll never forget. King Marshall has said it. He said it's not gonna be in my time. He said I'm already old. It's not gonna be in my time. It's gonna be for the next generation after me. That's gonna push this truth. And lo and behold, from the apostles on down, this truth has flourished in such a way that they can't even keep up. The camps, this camp spread all over, but it's a small sanctuary. Every camp is a small sanctuary. All right, and that's the greatest threat to them, because the one thing that they was driving through was deception, deceit, which was their strength. They can't hide no more. We're that light that the Lord said to shine up atop of the hill. Okay, we're that light that exposes everything. This us by knowing that who we are is the truth. We're that light, and they don't want. They hate that, bro. They're like roaches. You turn light on in a dark room, roaches scatter. And right now they scattering. They don't know what to do. So they're gonna be lead to one thing: false accusations and the power of their sword. That's the only thing left. You have wisdom of Solomon?
Yeah, that's why J. Rockefeller said the internet should have never been invented.
But it's not. That was not their call.
Yeah,
that was never their call.
Yeah, he was.
The internet was the creation of YAHAWADAH SHAMAYAWAN.
He was speaking at a cybersecurity conference, but in reality, he was speaking about the truth because it's exposing them.
Yeah.
Like now, the average nigga on the street know the Rothschild name.
Yeah.
There was a time in this world only a select few or group of people knew who the Rothschilds really were, and their nefarious purposes that they were executing in the earth. Yeah. Then you had a lot of them people start to break off and started to talk the truth before they end up dead. And then you had some of them, then you had these so-called, I remember there was a time on the internet where they used to do ambush journalism on David Rothschild. He's what's his nigga that died? Evelyn the Rothschild's son, Plastic Jesus. They had videos of this dude. They had videos of this nigga looking hella demonic. They had videos of him ambush journalism of him, and then he would follow these niggas. After the speech where they ambushed him at, he followed these motherfuckers in the street and kept trying to talk to them. He kept trying to explain. You know what I'm saying? And they weren't trying to hear it. And that's because that's how the devil worked. Yeah. And obviously they done scrubbed YouTube from those videos, but they used to always be there. They had the nigga, that they believe in a serpent, right? So they do this thing with their tongue and they make it look like a serpent's tongue. You know what I'm saying? Like he did that shit. And you can see the shit. You had the nigga, what's his name? Jacob Rothschild. They ambushed journalism of him. Yeah. And at first he tried to play it cool. And you can tell he was getting a little upset when he asked the question, who are you with? Because if they were with any of the major journalism companies, they would have been out of here. Yeah. But they said that they were the independent journalists, and he just left. Because they'll say stupid shit to him like, well, what about the Federal Reserve? Hey man, fuck, the Federal Reserve is nothing but a bank for them that they created. That's nothing. But when you start talking real things like Yahawah Shah gonna judge you. Yahawah Shah is coming for you. which we ain't gonna run down on that dude and do that. We let the words are already doing it.
Yeah.
The Lord through the spirit power of YAHAWADAH, the word is doing this. And that's what's so beautiful about it. Because you had all these different movements with Jake try to get carnal and try to flex like they were Edomites. Use Edomites' blessing to try to get some type of reprieve in this world. But as soon as the word came out, it's on a whole nother level. It's making people do research that they ain't never did. Look at the Christians. The Christians got to go to the Bible now and actually read it.
Yeah, the blue letter, it goes to blue letters. You got to know the Hebrew because the truth is being taught the right way. Because Christianity was never the forte. Christianity has been in this earth for how long, and the world has not come into the end, right? Well, read Wisdom of Solomon.
Starting at 1.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Wisdom of Solomon.
5.
Chapter 2, was it? So
No, 5.
Okay. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 1. It says, "Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness."
Stop. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness. Now, we all know for a fact that Jake created everything that man on earth that uses in a good sense was created by Jake. We have not gotten no credit for anything. Absolutely nothing. Even the things that they finally give us the credit for, by the time they took it, they re-engineered it and made it worse. Right? From the stoplight, the refrigerator, and so forth. We created, even to the whole internet, we created it. They took it, they misused it. Okay? But when we go on the highways and byways like we're commanded to in front of everybody, and tell them like, look, all the shit you did, you're gonna pay for it. They don't like that. Why? Because like, oh shit, he knows. Like they live. We got one of them.
Got one that can see.
That could see. You know, they don't like that. So when we out there in the highways and byways, that shakes their spirit up. We gotta always remember the greatest tool that we have is the scriptures. Hebrews 4:12. It tells you that this word is sharpened in a two-edged sword that pierces the spirit even down to the sunder. So it cuts right through. And truth is this man's mortal enemy, bro.
Yeah, it is.
It's the most powerful thing. We've been bestowed the most powerful gift that the world is envious right now. All right, we know this truth. We know YAHAWADAH. So we go out there and we tell them like, look, the Lord's gonna take you down. That disruptive spirit. They got nightmares right now. The elites right now, when they go to sleep, they got nightmares, bro. They're not sleeping very well. That's why they're moving sporadically. They're doing things illogical. You know, when 2020 went down, that was like a bad movie. Everybody saw it like, yo, what the hell?
Yeah.
You know, you couldn't come any clearer because they in great fear because those spirits are fucking with them.
Yeah.
Right now, the spirits be fucking with us because it's their help. They they high holy days. But we have to become numb to this shit because this is this man's end. Yeah. And the same spirits that fucks with us is fucking with them. Yeah. And the Lord is showing them visions. Yeah. And they seeing us in their dreams. Yeah. Like, damn, what they saying is true. But is it only this war is between the elites of Esau and the elect of Esau? Everybody else is just a pawn.
Oh, the elites of Esau and elect of Israel.
Yeah.
You said the
no, we're the elites of YAHAWADAH.
Yeah, sure.
You know, we're two governments that's going head to head. So when we go out there in the highways and byways, we telling them like, yo, your time is up. This is their greatest fear. Read on.
That's right. I had a quick precept to go ahead what we're reading.
Go ahead.
In the book of 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 8, it says, "And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth."
Yo, it's first is exposure. We gotta understand the patterns of YAHAWADAH. First is exposure, then it's destruction.
That's right.
you got to get exposed first. Luke 12:2 tells you everything that a man does in darkness shall be brought out into the light. What you say in the closet shall be heard in the high top. So everything that these so-called elites been doing in the dark with their meetings and so forth is being exposed to the greatest degree. All right. No matter there's no matter power that they have that can't not stop this from happening. They can't put a plug in it.
Yeah.
You know? Read on. There's more to it.
Okay. It says, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Because that's the destruction. The set destruction that Yahawah has for this man. All right? Which is a beautiful thing. But read on, there's more to it.
Well, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan.
So when you look up the word, I believe is working, is actually the word is energy. So he's using the energy of the power of the seat. All right? That's his power. Read it. You see it, right?
Yeah, it says
A genome, a G9.
it says, can you put energia, energia, which is that's where you get the word energy from.
Yeah.
Scroll down. It says working efficiency in the New Testament used only as superhuman power, whether of the Most High or of the devil.
And we know he's working in the side. Esau is the vessel of Satan himself.
Yeah.
So he's working his miracles on the left hand side. All right. So we exposing all that shit.
That's right.
And part of the way that they worship Solomon. Solomon was that top guy.
Yeah.
And Solomon, I guess the Lord put it in a way that they have to expose everything that they're doing to the masses because they believe it or not, they believe in some type of karma that would take place.
Yeah.
So since they have to do it, that they don't understand that it's the Lord that have them exposing themselves.
Yeah.
And we're the ones to point it out. Like, look what you're doing. We see right through your shit.
Yeah.
They don't like that. Right? They like when we're ignorant, we don't know nothing.
Yeah.
And this thing is not taught by a theologian school or anything like that. This is from Yahawah. This is from the highest power.
Yeah.
You know, when you read first, you don't have to get it. First Kings, when they spoke, First Kings, the 5th chapter, when the king of Assyria was coming against Israel, and the spirit went to Elisha and told Israel, the king of Israel, not to go this way or that way, because the Assyrians is trying to get him. When they had their meeting, the Assyrians like, who worked for the king of Israel? These devils don't understand that there's eyes everywhere. It's the same way they want us. They're monitoring us and watching us and doing what we're doing. The angels of the Lord are watching them.
Yeah.
All right. And guess what? The angels of the Lord, they sanctioned by the Lord, and to tell the prophets, like, okay, this is what they're doing in the dark.
Yeah.
So we say what they're doing in the dark, and they hate that. Like, God damn, how did they know?
Because we wasn't in the building with them.
Exactly.
We wasn't sitting there, but yeah, we can get exactly what they said and did verbatim.
Yeah, because that's the power of the Yahawah. But read on, there's more to it.
I was gonna say, mention that they have to say, they have to expose what they're gonna do before they do it, right?
It's called the method of revealing.
Yeah, the method of revealing. Just like the Most High don't do nothing in the earth until he sends his prophets out to speak.
Right.
And then he bring that judgment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the Edomites, the super elite, they gotta do the same. Of the Edomites, they gotta do the same thing. They just can't go off and do something. That's why 9/11 was a great example, because they had that shit in movies and in television for a long time, and it just went over a lot of people's heads. There's several movies, True Lies, Long Kiss Goodnight, The Simpsons, all kinds of stuff. They showed it. But that's their way of saying, look, we said it was going to happen.
Right.
If they didn't pick it up, it ain't our fault.
Right.
You know, and like the Most High say, if tell them what I say, whether they hear it or forbear it. It ain't your fault if you told them. You know, if we didn't tell you, then we would be held accountable. So these Edomites, they got to tell you, but they use it through their media. They're not going to sit. They don't have prophets that they sit on a corner and talk to people. They'll put it in a movie. We just watching several movies, and you could tell that, hey, judgment is about to come to this place. They're about to do something big. And one of the brothers had mentioned 2020, or I think the elder mentioned 20. Somebody mentioned 2020. Yeah, that whole situation in 2020 happened, right? And it was a lot of holes in that plot. and when you could just
It
see
was
it.
a fucking B movie.
Yeah, it was a B shit. It was really like a C movie.
Yeah.
And then it really was, pun intended. But 9/11, that shit was a Hollywood affair.
Yeah.
That was like a top tier movie.
Yeah.
They everything for that.
Yeah.
Even the holograms, they brought it out. They brought the demons out that you can see through the smoke. That was a big thing, and it was a big enterprise for them. It was able to push a narrative, and guess what? They was telling people that was going to happen before it happened. Even in the very day that happened, they were having They claimed that they were having an exercise of this very situation. That ain't no coincidence. So again, these things that when it comes to the speaking the truth, this man, he can't handle it. Like my man, Jack Nicholson said, you can't handle the truth.
Because it wasn't built that way. Go ahead, bro.
2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 9, it says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders.
And
There's more.
And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved.
Right, and that's 2/3 of the nation of Israel, going back to the whole merit of everything. Because they created these monsters. They mass produced them in their factories, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans acting like fucking pure animals, gremlins, and so forth. And now, because they trusted in this man, trusting the shadow of Egypt, they become what the Egyptians wanted them to be, the Pharaoh wanted them to be. That's why they're going to be destroyed. Flat out. It all circles back, bro. This is how the Lord works, man. It all circle back. They're just products of, the Lord. Those are his throwaways for the moment.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. But after that, Israel's they're all gonna be straight.
Everybody coming back. Everybody that's an Israelite's coming back 100% righteous. Yeah. Those that get perished, that's why it ain't a big deal. If they go, they coming right back.
Hey, we playing, like I said before, it's the two forces, the elites and the elect.
Yeah.
But it's technically two elites that's going at it. Mm-hmm. And everybody else is just a pawn.
Yeah.
We know for a fact 2/3 go, they coming back. Yeah. Esau, believe it or not, he knows his people is coming back. That's why he don't have a problem sacrificing his own.
Yeah.
So that shows you the level. There's a spiritual high thing that's going on. There's the truth and deception, which is lies. It's deceit. When you look up the word devil, it means diablo, a deceiver, a slanderer.
Yeah. So
they love to slander us. That's their job. And they taken the majority of our people with them. And you know what? Let them go. We got into that point where, we don't give a fuck about these niggas no more.
Yeah.
They're gone.
Yeah.
They're not crying. They for the system.
These Crazy K niggas. They gotta go. Crazy K. That nigga, if you see Tales from the Hood, Crazy K, that motherfucker exemplify every nigga and nigga that's on this earth today, man.
He said he don't give a fuck.
He said he don't give a fuck, and they said, all right. And they let him die. He was going. You see that they try to come to him in a version of that female and try to get the nigga to repent. He made excuses up for the whole thing. Well, niggas do that today. And this time, listen, everybody's marked. Either you mark for salvation or you mark for destruction.
And they mark for death.
Yeah, this death. Mark like Steven Seagal.
That was a movie.
Yeah, mark for death.
You'll get on Proverbs 8, the last two verses.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up after this, man. Go ahead, brother. Let Ariel read, man. So hey, Ariel, you gotta go to work, brother?
Nah, I took off tonight.
Okay. All right, brother.
I ain't feel like being around them devils tonight.
God, brother.
It's all right,
I called it.
Proverbs 8 and what verse, Alakia?
The last, matter of fact, the last 3 verses.
The last 3 verses. Go ahead, brother.
Proverbs 8, 34, 35, and 36. Yeah. Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates.
And that's what we do. We watch daily at the Lord's gates.
Con.
That's when you read Habakkuk, the the second chapter, which we all know by heart. That's us, bro. We're like, let's be real.
Watchmen.
We're watchmen, but we're dogs. You know, we're barking dogs. We watching,
That's
right? We're watching the prophecy, like he told us. So we're blessed. Go on.
Definitely.
Never
Verse
forget that, brothers. Never forget that, how blessed you are.
30.
Right? Go ahead.
For whoso findeth me findeth life.
And that's who? That's the elect. All right?
Time.
Now, the Lord was never lost. We was the one that was lost. He chose us. All right? He selected us from each household and, you know, wherever we from to do his will. All right? But the Lord allowed us to look for him. So it was a blessing. That in itself is a blessing.
That's right.
You know? Go on.
And shall obtain favor of the Lord, YAHAWADAH.
And what is that favor? Jacob's trouble. Be protected. All right? Us knowing the name of the Lord. That's one hell of a favor. You know? You mentioned fear. Fear is a gift. All right? Fear as faith is a gift, fear is a gift. If you don't have the fear of the Lord, you're not in the right spirit. Okay? But also faith is a gift. These are the favors of the Lord, allowing us to know what his next will is. Those are favors. Read on.
Verse 36. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul.
Now who's that? 2/3 of our people.
Yeah.
And what is sin? Transgression of the law. You got fucking Tyrese dressed like a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I saw that.
He was being an emotional bitch about his baby mother's putting him in child support. That nigga's putting a goddamn dress.
Yeah.
Mr. What was that? What was his favorite song again?
Oh, he got a bunch of Sweet Lady, Could You Be Mine?
Yep.
What's that other shit? Now That I Fall in Love with You, all that shit, all that bullshit. The Coca-Cola nigga. I remember when the nigga was on the bus singing Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I remember that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the Tyrese I remember.
And then remember when he was in Fast and Furious?
Yeah.
How he was trying to be the man and all this other shit. He was in the Bratz video.
What do you like? Me on top. You would have got a top party. Niggas always talking about where the fucking party at, bro.
Right. But the thing, he was a sex symbol, right?
Yeah, he was a sex symbol. Yeah.
That means that women wanted it.
Yeah.
Now the niggas wearing a dress.
Yeah, the niggas wearing the dress. You know, hey, it shows you that these niggas don't have no integrity. These are not the nobles, man.
Exactly.
They might be the nobles in this world, but Jay-Z, Beyonce, Tyrese, yeah, that nigga's not the nobles, man. You're not a noble, bro.
But not only are they not the nobles, they're not the real celebrities.
No, they're not.
The celebrities, what goes back to celestial.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're nothing but sacks of shit, but they're sinners amongst our people.
Yeah.
You know,
They chief.
the chief of
They're
that.
the chief sinners amongst our people.
They're the lowest. They're the low lives. But read on.
Verse 36. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death.
And there you go. Black culture is death culture. All right.
Yeah,
That's fucking straight up death culture, bro.
Yeah.
Repping your hood is saying that I live in the most dangerous part of this city, that city. That's fucking death culture, bro.
Yeah, degeneracy.
Wearing your pants hanging down your ass, showing your boxes. That's death culture, bro.
Walking around with your titties out.
That's
walking
death
around
culture.
with your vagina out.
That's death
walking
culture.
around talking about you trying to get your pussy scratched.
That's death culture.
That's straight death culture.
You
man.
wearing dreads, fucking as you looking disgusting. That's death culture. Gold teeth. You don't even take a shower. That's death culture, bro.
That's death culture.
Smoking weed all fucking day.
Smoking weed, period.
That's
smoking anything. That's death culture. It comes from the heathen.
There you go.
It comes from the heathen, bro. All of that shit. Everything you niggas do today, the little bit of righteousness you do is because it's in your spirit to do it. But all the other shit that you niggas is doing out there, it's all heathen culture. It is not you. It is the demons that are possessing you and the shit that you niggas, really you niggas was into this shit in the ancient world, man. And as the Lord gave you niggas up to the lust of your flesh so that you can dishonor your bodies, man. You niggas are dishonor. You thought you were honor, but you comes up this nigga TDJ talking about getting swallowed. Swallowed. Have you ever been swallowed? you know, and then he just going off.
That nigga's
Getting swallowed. This nigga got this pot belly nigga is out here dancing in back of men, and then he talking about he love the Lord. Then he speak against, you know, the most, but he's like the biggest one.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
a hypocrite.
yeah. A lot of them niggas that you people out here exalt are nothing but hypocrites, man. And the Lord don't like no hypocrite. A hypocrite is an actor. You acting a part.
No.
So what the Lord's gonna do is gonna get rid of him. You love death so much, you want it so much, you're gonna get it. That's why we don't give two shits about you.
Nah.
You know, words are powerful. You invite certain things, you're gonna be met by it.
Yeah, like you had these niggas trying to these niggas actually tried to flip the word nigga. They try to flip the word. I'd rather be an NIGGA. They try to make it an acronym. Then you try to, you know, instead of using the ER, using the GA. No, it's the same shit.
Same thing.
You putting the same spirit on you. You put a nick. I coined a phrase recently. Negativity. It's negativity with nigga energy. Negativity. You niggas. That's a video. That's a title for a video. Niggas negativity. Watch out. Stay away from negativity, bro. Not negativity, because that shit right there will destroy you. And you push that image. You push that vibration. You putting it onto yourself. You putting that negative energy. And they use conduits like Tupac, Biggie, and all the rest of these niggas that you exalt. They push that spirit on you. That's why I'd rather be a nigga. I'd rather be yo nigga. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. And here it is. This nigga was in the same breath. He'll say, "You wonder why they call you bitch." He'll say that you used to, even though you was a crack fiend, you always was a black queen mama. Come on, bro. This nigga, he didn't know if he wanted to be righteous one minute or wicked the next.
Because he was an emotional asshole.
Yeah, he was an emotional woman. And then you see that little boy they call Jada Pinkett. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This chick, you niggas is just off, bro. None of these niggas that you exalt today deserve any exaltation. None of them. All of them deserve to be destroyed. And they're about to be done. And everybody that follows them. You want to idolize them, you're going to die with your idol. Because I guarantee you, when all hell breaks loose, Cardi B and Beyonce not going to show up for you. They're not bailing you out. They're not giving you no free food. They're not trying to get their money together and bring it together. And that nigga Dr. Umar talking about Vanessa Bryant didn't use none of Kobe Bryant money to help the black community. Kobe Bryant didn't use none of the money to help the black community. You know what I'm saying? He got blew up in the plane with his brother.
Kobe Bryant couldn't stand the niggas.
Yeah, Kobe Bryant couldn't stand niggas. He had that same spirit Michael Jordan got on.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan hates niggas. You niggas be rushing to the store to buy his sneakers to get them and resell them, but he don't give a fuck about you, man.
Bro, you know how many people got killed for fucking Jordan?
Man, too many. They robbed me and shot me for a pair of tennis.
That fucking $200 shoe that's not even worth $5.
Not even worth $5, man. If you look up the actual cost of manufacturing a Michael Jordan shoe, you be like, man, this shit don't do nothing for you. It fuck up your arch. Yeah. I got a couple pair, but they fuck up your arch, man. You can't wear them shits every day. Michael Jordan was flat-footed. Now you niggas walking around flat-footed and bald-headed. Yeah, I know. I got a bald head. This is shit. This is fucking. This is for my disobedience, man. In my past life, man. I lost my shit. If I could have a fro, I wish I could have a nappy head, a haircut, a peasy head right now, bro. The point of the matter is you niggas want it on purpose. Yeah. You niggas want to wear that dreadlock roster shit on purpose. It's not an accident. It ain't like, oh, I got hit with judgment, so now my head grows a certain way. No, you niggas twist and turn that bullshit, and then you try to make it into a fad. Salaki, go ahead, brother. You want to say something, brother?
No.
Yeah. The point of the matter is that, hey, you niggas is about to get judged. You want to fall into the Edomite narrative, you're going to be destroyed through that Edomite narrative. We don't stand for the Edomite narrative. We, the men of the Lord, starting with the apostles and the bishop elders of Great Millstone, we don't tolerate any niggerdom. We don't tolerate that shit. And right. Our narrative is written by YAHAWADAH. Hey, so with that, we give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh. Say double honor to the apostles and the bishop elders. Shalom to the elect. Keep pushing, keep striving. We almost out of here. Hey, shalom.
Shalom.